There we go. Attempt number 2. Anyway, I'm Pat.
I'm Will.
I'm Jeffrey.
We're just bitching about Slack for the last 10 minutes.
Well,
that was pretty good, too.
We did a couple of things. So the first thing we did was we talked about mechanical keyboards.
Yes.
And what are the benefits and hazards, Patrick? If you could go ahead and sum those up for us.
Hazards? I don't think there's any hazards.
People know you're not paying attention.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, they just know when you're typing. So, who knows?
You're not paying attention.
I'm answering your email, you know?
So you're not.
Well, I'm not sitting there with my fucking headphones on playing Doom, you know? So, although I've definitely had that going on. So, like, everybody having a 3/4 view. I mean, I could have the Witcher on my main monitor as long as I kept the controller above. Yeah. It would just be like doing like this, kind of thing.
During class, or is this just during a
these
meeting?
meetings, dude.
How many meetings do you have?
It depends on the week, but at least 1 or 2 a week. So, and then, some weeks it's got, I think I've gotten up to 4, and it's just like, and then now there's a bunch of in-person ones too. So, but just the Zoom ones, they're, oh my gosh, I don't like them. So
I did get to use the Google version
of Zoom.
Yes, that one's pretty good.
Okay, I haven't tried that.
That one's pretty good, but we ended up fucking around with like the filters and stuff the whole time.
Where you can like put animal faces on you.
Yeah, I was a dog. Yeah, I was a talking dog, and Marion was wearing like rabbit ears. So it was,
oh, okay.
Yeah. So
you seen that video of that lawyer? So who can't? He's like, I'm not a cat. I'm really, Your Honor. I promise you, I'm not a cat.
Oh yeah,
that was great. Yeah. So it was right at the beginning of COVID, and so they had that. I don't know what program that would have been back then.
I don't remember.
Because I don't think Zoom's ever had that. But yeah, I've seen the video. It's hilarious. So, but anyway.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
It might have been Teams. I have no idea.
Yeah, and then we were talking about how Slack is the worst fucking messaging program.
Slack is the worst.
It's the worst. It's inconvenient. It's just garbage. You miss everything on Slack. That's the thing is.
Yeah, you can't tell what's new on there unless you're like looking at it every day. So
that, or you have it set to beep you, and if you do, it is chiming.
It's
non-fucking stop.
No, fuck that.
Why are you getting so many notifications?
Because everybody's...
Yeah, everybody's on it. So when I had a class that was on Slack, there were like 30 people on there. And so if you turn the notifications on, it was like literally every minute your phone was going off. Because people were posting shit up. They're turning in assignments. They're asking you questions. They're asking each other questions.
Oh, wow.
So, and it's just like, can't I filter this down to like things that I'm interested in? There's like, no. Obviously, you must be interested in everything or nothing.
Yeah. It's not just because it doesn't just notify you when it hits you. It's when it's something that you're in. When it's like a mention, right?
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get tagged on it. That's a terrible organization. So
yeah, all the people are doing is fucking like they're never talking about work. They're just like talking about bullshit.
I don't know.
No.
So yeah, I only used it those 2 times. So other than that, I've never had to use it for work.
I hate it so much. But yeah, that's it must be free or something. I don't know.
It is free.
It is free. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Teams is free too, isn't it?
Teams, well, I think so, but I mean, I don't know because I actually pay Microsoft ransom money every year for all their stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't have a problem with actually.
No, it's not a bad price. That's always
Programs are
updated.
useful.
The programs aren't just useful; they're good.
Yeah.
I'm willing to pay for good. Like, so this is not a blow. There's enough decent stuff in like Google Docs, right? But Google Docs is not Word. Google Docs is Google Docs.
Yeah, I don't like Google Sheets.
I've never used.
That's their version of Excel. Right. I don't like it.
It's so good. Does it feel like a discount version?
Yeah, it does. It feels like a stripped down version,
right.
Even though it's not. All the shit's in there. It just doesn't feel the same.
Right.
So yeah. I don't know. I've done so much work in Excel that it's kind of like home.
It's not just home, man. There's something to it when it comes into the presentation. It comes to where everything is, the layout, the functions of it. It just feels like the great value version of
The great value. I got 11 at Walmart cheese dogs. Give me some great value mac and cheese.
It is, man. I mean, it's just because they're both sold in blue boxes. Like, you pay more for the Kraft for a reason.
Yeah, you do, don't you? So
Some of the things it doesn't matter.
Something in that special orange dust that makes the
that cheese is
doodle line of that orange dust. That
Dude, my daughter,
Yeah.
we bought a case of the microwave cups.
That one's weird. Yeah.
They're gross. Dude. I mean, they're fucking gross.
Well, when you
So-
open up the lid, there is asbestos.
It's
the new.
It's like gel dust.
Yeah.
And then you put water in it first, and
Yeah.
then microwave it before you put the schmutz in there. And it's just like before you put the orange in there, it's just like before you put it looks
yeah,
like
it's paste water. Like
yeah, it does. It looks like hot glue.
yeah.
So, but my daughter finally got down to the last two, and I was asking her today. I was like, "Do you want me to get more of those?" And then she was like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, "It took you about a year to eat these. So, would you rather have the one in the box?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, then why did you say yes a minute ago? It's okay to say no, if you don't like them." So, but anyway,
Yeah, I keep them around just in case.
the cups,
A few. I keep
Yeah.
like 2 around at all time just in case.
they're just not good, man.
they're not
They're
good.
nowhere as good, but the kids don't seem to care as much.
All right, you know what? Okay, I can give you that. Same thing goes with like they don't like they make the containers of like beefaroni that aren't in the can.
Yeah, I've seen those.
They put them in like the little.
the rip top on them. Yeah.
Not the same for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just not the same. I saw like the fucking abomination. I saw like they make from the producers of Handy Snacks. They make an Oreo version
Of
where the cheese thing is
Oreo schmutz.
Oreo schmutz.
Oh fuck!
And-
I don't want one of those.
wait, like mac and cheese with Oreo?
No. Handy snacks. You remember the thing that has the tub of crackers and a little tub of cheese and the little red
yeah,
stick?
yeah.
They made one with Oreos where the cheese is
Frosting, and you just have black
You have
crackers.
chocolate crackers.
that is so fucking gross.
Oh no, I want to try that right now.
I would just eat the frosting.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that.
Oh my
whatsoever.
god.
Man, handy snacks are a bitch to find anymore. So
They're not in the aisle. They're a little.
so
They have like Dunkaroos and all of those.
yeah, they have Dunkaroos. They have those ones with those stupid pretzel sticks in them, so that taste like cardboard. So then you just
I think I know.
All right.
you just wind up using your
Everything
finger on
I
the cheese.
pay attention
Yeah.
to are ones with frosting and
Oh, okay.
other stuff.
No, they're not actually pretzel sticks. They're like little breadsticks, So, but they taste like
I know what you're
chalk.
talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
So, yeah, but because I've always been a sucker for those little handy packs and stuff. And so, I still go, we go to Costco, you go to the vending machine
Yeah,
aisle.
sure.
Got to get the one with all the fucking Ritz, with the 6 sandwiches in them.
Sure.
Those are so
yeah,
fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
The red ones.
the red
The
ones.
orange ones that were somewhere right between red and orange.
Well, there's 2 types, man. So there's the square ones where it's the cheese crackers and the peanut butter
Yes.
in between them. Those are pretty good, but I can't eat that many of those. So
You're not supposed to.
I know you're not supposed to, but the Ritz ones, they're round, so
Yeah.
not square. Those are actually pretty fucking good.
Well, they also make one of those. I don't know who makes it, but they do pop up from time to time where they're like gourmet crackers. They have like,
Huh?
yeah. It's just like that, and what they have is like some kind of some like fancy kind of like onion schmutz on the inside,
Oh, I don't know these.
and the outside has like herbs. on it.
Herbs.
Yeah. Oh, well, it has like green dots of
Those sprinkles. Green dots.
I don't know what like fucking like.
These are your veggies.
Yeah, what French person
Vegetable
knows.
specs on them.
These are now healthy.
This is rockets. This is coriander. You know, it's not. They have one of those too, and that's not bad either. It is just, it's not quite vending machine food. You know,
Yeah.
vending machine food is the beef stick with the thing of cheese.
Yeah, it has to be shelf stable for at least a year.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
So otherwise, it doesn't have the right amount of preservatives in it. You're just kind of like, this ain't right, man. So,
And oddly enough, like a Pop-Tart is a vending machine food, but those things do have like a radioactive half-life of 6 months. And
What?
it depends on which ones you get.
man, don't act like you haven't gotten a fucking stale Pop-Tart out of a vending machine.
I've eaten plenty
They
of
are-
them.
I don't get stuff out of vending machines,
Well, it's been a while for me too.
but I've had old Pop Tarts, and they're
No. The Pop-Tarts they sell okay. So regular Pop-Tarts are in the space food seal.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh yeah, you're right. And the other ones
Yeah.
are in their own individual package.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Gotcha.
And so those ones, yeah, about 6 months in,
Space food.
it is. It's got that silver.
Right. Yeah.
It
It's space food.
It's MRE quality.
MRE quality.
It doesn't get dry unless you're the asshole that eats one Pop-Tart.
Yeah, and yeah, I've seen done that. Yeah.
Because why? Because you want a Pop-Tart, but for some reason, like, Dad, nobody likes these apple cinnamon ones. So you can only eat one. Everybody wants the frosted strawberry.
Or what's happened at our house is the last pack is taken out of the box, and they don't label on the individual wrapper what kind it is.
No, it's
Oh.
space food. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to.
oh.
Well, what kind is it? I don't know. It's either this, that, or that. Well, which one? I don't know.
Take
Eat
your
it and find
chances.
out.
And then,
Exactly.
and then they open it, and
find
it's like,
out.
oh no, I don't want it.
Exactly. This one's got blueberries in it. Yeah. No.
Just take a bite over the sink. If you don't like it, spit it in there. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's happened a few times, and it's like, yeah, why don't they just stamp whatever kind?
Those things will turn into a brick so fast. You got,
Well, yeah, if it's been opened, yeah,
2 days
they
at
turn,
best.
They turn terrible.
You have to eat it right away. So yeah.
but sometimes you don't want 2 of those crappy apple cinnamon ones. You
Oh, I don't mind the apple cinnamon ones.
Oh,
Those
man.
don't have frosting, do they?
Yeah, they do.
They have that big brown frosting. on
Oh,
that's
you're
right,
talking
that's
about
right.
maple sugar ones too. Those are delicious.
it. I am
So-
not talking about maple sugar.
Oh, okay.
You don't like the ones I like, so
What? Do yours like birthday
Birthday
cake?
cake.
Oh,
It's fine.
it's fine, I'll eat that.
strawberry cheesecake or strawberry
Yeah, that sounds
milkshake.
fine.
Fine. Yeah.
I mean, if it's part of like a variety pack, I wouldn't put away like 8 of those a week.
I actually haven't had a Pop-Tart in
I haven't either.
a long
I used to keep
Even
them in the
though they're
house
at
all
my
the time,
house.
man. I used to keep them in the house all the time. I haven't bought them in years.
Pop Tarts just they have like it's a feeling food. It's not like I'm not really here to enjoy it all that much. It's like I remember eating these. It feels right.
If I get them, it's just they just disappear to the 13-year-old boys that stay
Oh,
at the house
yeah.
That's okay. That's all there is to it. I
because they
understand,
just
like,
open up and start grazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
kids would be hungry, man.
These other parents don't feed these kids,
I don't think Patrick feeds
or
his daughter.
or the other houses don't have houses that are loaded with sugar products.
That's probably it.
Well,
My house is like this maple
Candy
land.
It's a land of chocolate.
All the kids go home twitching and stuff. So
well, if you recall, like not too far up the street on the right side of the road, there was the family. We'd been over there, and these were the people that bought all the things that were supposed to be diet foods.
Which family was this?
I had a
hoarders.
big brother and a very small brother.
A very small brother?
Yes.
very small.
Oh, I didn't know they bought diet. Oh, yeah, you're right. They did.
They bought lots of that.
Yeah, he would come over to my house and graze on our
Uh-huh.
shit. Yeah, come to think of it.
and he bought what has been like demonstrably like in his house. He had what was like demonstrably the least healthy diet food, which were well known as Snackwell's cakes.
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember why Snackwell's were so bad?
No.
Well, Snackwell's were the first cookies. Well, cookies, they're sort of like cakes. They're like whatever, right? This is when they said this was part of the war on fat in your food. So they took all the fat out of Snackwell's, and it turns out that cookies and baked goods taste like crap without them.
They sure
Weren't
do.
they round?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I do remember those.
So what they
Yeah.
did to compensate was they put a shit ton more sugar in it.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That was actually on an Adam Ruins Everything.
Yes.
They described that whole process. And they're like, and people got fatter.
Uh-huh.
A
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Adam who?
It was a show on True TV called Adam
Oh,
Ruins.
okay.
Conover, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking of it might have been Corolla.
Corolla.
Yeah.
No, he did the Catch a Contractor show. I liked that
That
one.
was
a lot.
good, too.
That show was great.
I was watching YouTube the other night and I got stuck on this doom loop of like 90s commercials.
I used to do that when I was.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
when I had kids that were like taking tests. I just,
When they get like you're paying attention, and the kid's like, "Oh my god, I'm suffering so bad on this math problem." You're just like, "Ah."
You're laughing at the most inopportune time.
the problem was how much of the shit I remembered, man. That was.
You know, I didn't remember it until I started seeing some of them, and then
Yeah.
it started to come back a little bit. So they didn't have the Quiznos guys on there because I think that was a
The
little bit
rat.
later.
Oh,
Whatever
that
they
yeah,
were.
that was
The mice.
The
whatever
mice,
thing.
yeah, but I
2000
forgot
yeah.
about Pizza Head from Pizza Hut. Remember where they take a bite out of him? So you totally recognize it because his mouth was like a red pepper that would do this. Yeah, you definitely know what I'm talking about. Yeah. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, fuck, I remember that guy.
No, I hold him in the same place of like mascots as like there was a little guy named Fido for 7-Eleven. Not a dog. It was Fido Dido. He was just like this little surfer looking guy.
Sure, I'd recognize him.
You would. He was just a very simple drawing. He didn't have the lasting appeal of like a Chester Cheetah or. I remember, like, if you go back into the
Sock puppet dog.
who's the sock puppet dog?
That's from the .com stuff. He was like,
He was Pets.com.
yeah, I think so.
No, he was later. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. It was a sock puppet
It was
dog.
a sock puppet
Yeah.
dog, and it was during one. It was one of the .com crazes.
Okay. Well, I mean, then if that's the same thing, it's around the same time when, you know, for Carfax, they had the Carfox.
Car Fox.
And he would say, I have the Carfox.
Well,
And then they animated him later.
Yes.
It looked terrible.
I remember when they changed the voice of the Honey Nut Cheerios bee,
Yeah. Made him softer and kinder.
and it was weird.
It was definitely weird. So,
I think the guy died,
I don't know.
but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Of course, I remember the old, you know, Kirby, Tony the Tiger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
why was he Kirby?
Because he played Kirby in The Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. The vacuum.
That guy was ancient.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he'd been around a long time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, what, did any of them just kind of like strike you in I really miss this kind of place, or?
I forgot how much I missed the 7-Up Spot guys. So that one was fun. Their commercials were neat. So for the time. But then, yeah, there was a lot of other junk in there too. So it was just kind of like, oh yeah, we all know the pizza guy. So you know,
If you go back
So-
far enough, you're like, what exactly was the Noid designed to?
they did not have any noise. I would have recognized them immediately.
That's 80s, I think.
it might have
80s
been.
into the
Into the
very
early
early
90s,
90s.
yeah.
I remember having this Nintendo game. So
Oh, it was great.
it was a great game.
Yeah.
Great game. So actually, the Spot guys had a game too.
They
So,
had
yeah.
two. Actually, they had three.
Okay. So
Wow.
Yeah, I remember one. So
First one's awesome. The second one could suck my balls, and the third one was like a puzzle game. It was like Othello but different.
Oh, actually, you know what? I do remember
awesome.
that.
And
Yeah,
they would
I
make
do
these
remember
little
that one.
dances over
Yeah.
to it. Yeah, that game was great.
Yeah, so there was that one. I remember the Chuck Wagon commercials. So yeah, I didn't think they just made it all the way up to the '90s, but they sure as fuck
Really?
did. Yeah. So with the little miniature, like, it was dog food.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they had the little
Wagon.
Chuck Wagon that was like this big. Go through your kitchen and feed your dog and then
that's
leave.
right.
And they were like,
The thing I remember about 90s
It was so
commercials.
cool.
Yeah, I definitely remember those. Yeah, they would disappear. Your dog would chase it.
Right.
Somewhere in there, like somewhere in those 90s early commercials must have been like the Beggin' strips.
Oh, bacon. Yeah.
That must have been in there somewhere. But
I didn't see that one, but I do remember it.
the thing that I remember about 90s commercials, especially if you were like, these were targeted at kids at all, was they seemed to think that kids in the early 90s were really into safe rap. And so
I don't even know what that is.
no, that would be like where Fred and Barney would be rapping about.
Oh, that they
Oh.
use cheesy rap songs to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen a McGruff one of those too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I still joke about it because if I hear a rap song that the rhyming couplet is, here to say, the next line is, I love blank in a major way, or
Right,
something
yeah.
like that. And in that, it was Fruity Pebbles.
That's it. Yeah, they're all wearing fucking tortoise shells for their helmets.
Yes, of
and shit,
course, and their blue
Giant
boxes.
shades.
Yes, yes,
giant
yes.
shades.
And just I still laugh at that. If I hear an actual rapper put that kind of couplet out there, right? I'm like, you are a fucking amateur,
Yeah,
right? That is garbage. That's
that one's
you suck.
yeah. There was a lot of that though. I do remember that. So you get it from like public safety announcements and shit.
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
do remember that. Yeah,
yes.
they were like, well, this is what the kids are into these days.
Yes.
So these are, done by ad executives who used to sell people fucking Chesterfield.
Yeah, the youngest guy on the
These
team
test
45.
well, boss. Well,
Yeah.
print it. Let's roll. I don't get it, but the kids do.
You guys don't watch commercials at all anymore, right?
I watch a few.
So have you seen the Wingstop commercial
Which one?
where there's a guy playing like Jenga around his kid?
Yeah,
And it's got this really weird song,
yeah.
and it's just this guy, and it's got this really weird song going to it, and the kids are like sitting next to him, and he's trying to pull out a Jenga piece, and then they kind of show some food, and then the Jenga tower falls, and they're like, Wingstop.
It's yeah.
And like it even came up on the radio station that I was listening to, the national talk show thing for the sports stuff, and they're just like, I just have to say, this commercial comes on every commercial break. What is this?
Yeah.
Why? Who came up with this? It's just this weird, disjointed song that has nothing to do with
No, it's
what's going
yeah.
on.
All right, let me check.
it's weird. So
And like I was just like, and Nikki had seen it, and she's like, "What? I don't get this commercial." I'm like, I don't think we're actually supposed to get this commercial.
no, it's
And then I heard him
just
talk
supposed
about
to
it
be
on the radio, and she's
yeah.
like, "Ha!" I'm like, "Yeah, you're not the only one."
I haven't seen it. I'll look.
This baffles everyone.
It's just dumb. So you can tell it is like, oh well, you're supposed to say Wingstop, and the guy gets distracted and knocks over
but
the jar.
nobody
It
says
doesn't work. I
anything.
know, and so it's like an incomplete commercial.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And the
It is
song
weird.
totally doesn't. It's like something "Don't Stop Flex," like, and it's just like this weird,
Yeah.
disjointed song, and you're just like,
It's something they picked up off the YouTube library.
What is going on?
Yeah, it's royalty-free music
That's
that they got from somebody. Yeah, it's that one's dumb. So man, there's a lot.
but
of
it's
that.
on all the
It's on all
time.
the time.
It's like during every sports game, like it is what, like in every other commercial it's on.
That wasn't the one that you hated, was it? There was one on the rig that you couldn't understand, that you would like leave the room for.
Oh, there's been a few, but
It was like a banking commercial. Yeah, where there was like some kind of like rapping black lady or something and it drove you nuts.
it was during Rocky's game.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
I think
What was that?
I don't know if it was the rock,
Or was it the
bank,
airport?
or it was the airport one. I can't remember. It was Frontier or something like that.
You got so mad.
They showed it all the time. Every half inning it was on. It's just like, oh my god. Yeah, that they had like 5 different commercials and they were all terrible.
I used to see one of the things I used to laugh at was if you look at like crews now when groups do advertising. So I mean, there are certain things that obviously don't line up like statistically. Like so if they're going to show like an ADT commercial, right? It's going to be 2 middle-aged white guys that are always breaking into the house, right?
Oh.
Or if it's the same kind of thing like or women, right? I mean it's the things where like you guys are trying to gear this a certain way, right? And what it makes me laugh at is when you saw these like super diverse, groups. I used to laugh because they had this thing that they would advertise and they were always on the bags called the Burger King Kids Club. And on there they had these hand-drawn characters, right? And
How long ago was this?
oh my god, this is early to mid 90s.
Oh my god.
Right.
Okay.
And
How do you remember that?
No idea.
because this was like the first time I remember seeing like in their super diverse group of kids club, there was like a guy in a wheelchair named Wheels. Right? And this is what I'm talking about is it whenever I see like a jam-packed crowd of these people would never hang out together, it just reminds me of the way they used to do that back in the day.
Okay. Try and show diversity in
Just
a terrible
you
way.
guys would not hang out. You guys would not be part of a club.
No, they're
You
just
would
doing it from
like
an
each other.
advertising
I
perspective.
know,
though, yeah.
of course, but
Well, now they have the Starry drink. I don't know.
Those are
what
good.
is that?
Have you seen the commercials at all?
Yeah, they're kind of
So
weird.
They got the little lemon lime.
Yeah, doing the press conference.
Yeah. So, but they have the guy in the audience that's like, because he's supposed to represent Sprite, but his shirt is all fuzzed out, and so my kids only know you only fuzz things out because that's a cuss word or something. And so they saw the commercial and they're like, "What does his shirt say? What are they hiding?" I'm like, "Oh,
story.
I'm like, oh, they can't say the actual company's name, but he's supposed to represent Sprite," and they're just like,
Yeah.
"Well, why not?" I'm like, "Well, they don't want to get sued."
Yeah, you get sued. Yeah.
These are the BK Kids Club.
Oh my god,
If you remember these guys were on the bags of
I don't.
we
yeah.
hardly ever went to Burger King.
Yeah,
Oh no, I guess we went. No, we went to Arby's more than Burger King.
Oh, my dad refused to take his Burger King.
Yeah, we never went to Burger King.
I mean, check out this cool guy in the background. He's named Kid Vid. The black kid, he's named Jaws. The Asian kid is named Lingo. And the dog is somehow named Jake. I don't know why he is. But yes, the kid in the wheelchair is named Wheels.
Yeah.
That's appropriate.
Yeah, that one actually fits. Unlike Lingo. Yeah. So who the fuck in the conference call came up with that one? So anyway.
This is what,
Yeah.
you just said it. It's like when you're advertisers and your youngest guy is like 45 and
Yeah.
they hit you with a concept and they say do it like this.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, when I see anytime that I see like girl Silver Surfer or just something in there that just doesn't fit, it's
What
always
if it's
the BK.
good?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't respect the fucking lore.
If it's good, who cares?
My hand is up. I care because if you're going to adapt okay, so
They didn't call it Norn Rat.
right, which would be the Silver Surfer everybody likes and wants to see.
I'm sure he'll be around later on.
Patrick, let me ask you a question.
Oh,
I don't know if I want to answer.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just
I don't want to
I don't wanna
jump
take
in
this,
there.
no. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Did you finish watching the Amazon Prime Rings show?
No,
Why?
I didn't like it.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. It's just bad.
Okay, it's just bad.
Yeah.
Does it respect the lore?
I don't really care about that.
Yes,
It's
you
just
do.
dumb. So
You also care.
well, and yeah, and I care about the Hobbit too, and they didn't respect the lore there either. So whatever. It's okay. I've got my books. I'll go read them.
Exactly.
That's all I need. That isn't anything true with Star Wars anymore. Actually, the Lord of the Rings are making another one. I saw.
It's the next season, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're making new movies, yeah.
What? God, please! I saw one of those like AI generated Panavision things the other day on The Hobbit. It was beautiful. So
Oh,
yeah. So I'm like, I want to see that movie.
No, this is I believe they're making it's at least 2 movies about Gollum.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. They were making a video game about it too, but it gets shit canned from what I
No,
understand.
it came out.
It actually came out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I heard it was terrible.
It was awful.
Oh, okay, so I thought they shit canned.
That was the joke, was they charged full price. Like, so if you the thing that they were joking about was it looks and feels like one of those games that like if you're on Amazon and you're looking at movies, like all movies, right? And you get past like the first row and you see that there's like okay, watch like Transformers 5, right? And then you keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And then eventually you see these movies that are like Transmorphers.
Oh, I've never done that.
Or like you get to these things that are like clearly knockoff names. And that's kind of what that feels like. Was they made games like this that feel like they're ripping off a property.
Oh
and they're
yeah,
doing so
yeah,
for
yeah.
like a discounted
Yeah,
rate.
I've seen a ton of war games that do that.
Ton of war games, or
Yeah.
like if you scoop past like MLB 2024 and then you see like backyard baseball,
Right. Yeah.
right? This is like the backyard baseball of Lord of the Rings.
Oh, the Gollum thing.
Yes, where you
Yeah.
could tell it was made for a very small budget, but then when it came out, it was priced at like $65.
Oh, so the guy was just trying to abscond with money. So
Yes.
yeah.
Was Gollum actually spelled correctly?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was officially licensed. It wasn't.
Oh, it was absolutely a license. It wasn't. It wasn't like a good knockoff. That'd be funny in its own way. Yeah, that's that. No. So if, say for example, Patrick, if out of nowhere, right, saying nothing about it, Harry Potter was a black woman,
Oh,
would that be weird?
they did that. So, and it was weird.
In the movie,
No, it was something else. They had a play that they did where they changed up. They basically rolled the gender and race die on every character.
right?
So, and just randomizing. What was that, present and roll told you?
yeah,
Random.
yeah, yeah.
You know, so, and it was not received very well.
No, it wouldn't be.
No.
No.
Now, if she had written the character that way, in the beginning, that'd be
Exactly.
fine.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah, but she pretty much said she didn't give a fuck anymore anyway. So
No, just she's had a
no.
big deal I'm rich attitude for a long time, and she's absolutely right.
Yeah, she's pretty good. Even come get me, government.
Right.
I'm right here, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But if it was a different person, just being a wizard,
Then
going to the what's the name of the castle?
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
that's the game that you played.
What about it?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why you have
Harry Potter
different-
was like the most diverse set of books that I'd ever read at that point in time. Like the
Yeah.
whole cast was like randomized.
If you
So,
have
yeah.
a different Silver Surfer or a different person that's not Norrin Red, then it's just a different person. It's not like they're changing Johnny Storm into a black person, which I agree is dumb.
No, look again. These characters have been around for 50
But it's a different character.
years, right?
But it's a different character. It's exactly what you said. Make a different character and it's okay.
That's named exactly the same and looks the same, but is the girlfriend of Norrin Red.
Well, then that sounds
That's
like
gay. Just do it right. This is fucking around for the sake of fucking around. That's
I don't know.
bullshit.
It could be good.
Fuck that.
If it's good, then
Fuck
it's worth it.
that. No, it can't be good. It by
It could be
definition
good.
can't be good.
The movie could be good.
Impossible. Because it doesn't respect the lore. And it doesn't respect you.
Totally. If
No.
it's good
It's
and it's
not respecting
entertaining,
your time.
then it's totally fine.
Entertaining for who?
For anybody that pays to go.
No, for the ugly side of the bell curve of the IQ chart. Fuck that. I'm not here for that. Respect my intelligence. Respect the lore. It's more important than you. Fuck off.
It's good. It's worth it.
No. No. Your bullshit writing does not
You haven't
supersede the
even read the
characters
writing.
that you're... Doesn't supersede the characters that you're writing.
But you haven't read the writing. You have no idea.
Doesn't matter.
How can it not matter?
Because if
they have
representation
a-
matters, then don't change it.
If they have a legit reason why there's a different person
There's none.
there,
There can't be.
how could
It's
there?
impossible. It is literally impossible.
How is it literally impossible?
Why would you change the fan favorite character of 60 plus years?
So you're saying for you, but you're saying it's impossible that they have a legit reason, that they don't want to have a reason for Norrin Rad to come down later down the road and wow people down the road.
You mean the Silver Surfer? Yes. Him. Yes.
Maybe that's what's coming.
Who the fuck cares? Then use that character.
But they could have reasons for this.
Their reasons are dog shit.
You don't.
There is
it-
no good reason to replace that character with a gender swapped version.
You have no idea.
No, there is no possible good reason to do that.
There's lots of possible
Name
reasons.
one.
That they want to save him for later.
Why? Why is that good?
Because they have something planned where he comes in later on for a different reason. And this is the person that they wanted to have for this time.
Then you do it now. You tell that story.
Well, no, I just told you the reason.
That's not a good reason. That's a terrible
You-
reason.
I don't know what reason they have. But it could be good. Until I see what it is, there's no reason I can say that it is or isn't.
So by that argument, I have to watch every single movie and consume every piece of media before I can make a judgment upon it.
If you want to make an accurate judgment, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Making a judgment on something without having any idea of it, that's a pretty poor...
How much of it do I
way of
have to
describing.
see to make a call and say, not for me?
It can be not for you, but to say that there's no good reason is pretty dumb on your own because you have no idea what reason that they could have.
I know the reason.
You've made up your reason.
No, I know the reason.
What's the reason?
To diversify the cast. And they've committed to it and said specifically that's what they're doing.
And they could have other stuff down the road.
That's not why they're doing it.
I don't know that.
They have stated specifically that their mission is to include more female characters.
For
And they
now.
have done so at the... Well, not for now. They haven't backtracked on it. They haven't taken anything away.
I didn't
They
know
have
they
committed to
said
this.
anything about this movie. For that's the reason.
They have said this is their specific mission
For Fantastic Four.
for the universe.
For Fantastic Four.
Is that part of the universe? Yes.
Is it specified for Fantastic Four? Did they say this is why they're doing it for the Silver Surfer?
Their universe. They said that's why they're doing it for their
Did they
universe.
say they were doing it for the Silver Surfer? Did somebody ask the question
What
about
the
this?
fuck, man? Is our galaxy in the universe? Do you have to say like, oh, okay, no, this is specifically for this moon around Saturn? When you say, no, this is how the rules play within the entire universe, and you're saying, what about this specific satellite around Mars? No.
Yes.
If they say it is for the universe, it's for the whole thing.
And I'm asking, did they say, did somebody ask the question about specifically about this?
Well, that I can't say.
Well, then I can't say anything about this either.
You're fucking crazy.
Okay.
I don't know. This is the dumbest thing that you've ever argued.
Okay.
Where if they say this is our mission for the entire group, and then you say, but did they say it about this specific piece?
Yes, because these are new movies coming out at a different time after they've already established this other plot line for different stuff.
Yes,
Fantastic Four wasn't even part of it yet.
They said it is for the entire spectrum. It is for their entire universe.
When did they say that? Before or after they already had Fantastic
They just
Four?
talked about this like a month ago.
I don't
They
know.
said that we're committed to this.
I have no idea. I haven't seen anything.
Well, okay, you can't see gravity. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Okay.
Don't blame, like, you can't put that on me.
I'm not putting it on anybody.
Yes, you are. You're saying, like,
I said I don't know any of the reasons. You said that there could be no good reason.
there is no good reason.
I said that
Period.
there definitely could be.
There is no good reason to do it.
There's plenty of good reasons you could do it.
There's not a single narrative good
Okay.
reason to do
I think
it.
we should move on because all you're doing is getting angry.
Me?
I'm not angry.
I'm not angry either.
Okay.
Would you want to take my blood test? I don't know what to tell you.
All right.
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
All right, that's fine. Yes, it's cool. You're fine, bud. You're fine.
I agree.
Okay.
I don't feel bad in any way, shape, or form.
Neither do I.
Okay.
So yeah, it's cool, dude. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. No. It's fine. No, it's fine. Go ahead and move us along, buddy.
Pat, you got anything?
I don't even know who Silver Surfer is. I've never read a single one of them. So
Anything else going on in the world?
no, nothing.
No, the world's over?
Yes. So how are the Nuggies doing?
Nuggets are good. Avs
Good.
won tonight, so
Okay.
surprisingly.
They did?
Yeah.
I thought they were down by 2 goals.
Tonight, no. They never got down by 2.
What's the series at now then?
3-2.
3-2, right?
3-2? Oh. Well, this is semifinals, correct?
No. Quarterfinal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they still play those till 7?
Yeah, every series are 7.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was
Only
5, 7,
baseball
7.
has weenie 5-game series.
That's true because baseball players are wieners.
Yeah, they get tired fast, so
Yeah.
we can't.
Well, they play a lot of games.
You do play a lot of games.
That nobody cares about until October.
Oh, I've got my tickets. So
You're going to a game?
I'm going to 2 this year. Yes.
Are the Yankees coming or something?
No.
Who are you going to go see?
Um,
Because you're not going to see the
I'm
Rockets.
going to go see Baltimore. They're not till September, or it might be late August, and then I'm going to go see the Royals.
Oh, cool.
Royals.
I don't care. I just like going to baseball games. So yeah.
You taking your daughter or anything? Or
To one of them, yeah.
Nice.
So and then I might go to the third with my mom, but my girl and
that's
I
cool.
haven't decided yet. Whenever Ma goes, we never make it past the 5th inning. So, we'll pick a nice shitty game. Either one where they're going to get the fuck kicked out of them in about 3 innings.
They won 6
I know,
or
yeah.
something.
Yep. They swept Texas.
Are they good?
No.
No. They're still like I don't think they're in the basement.
They're not last in baseball anymore.
No, they're not the last in
Who's
baseball anymore.
Either the White Sox or
It's the White
Marlins.
Sox. It's the White Sox.
Marlins might be.
They might have beat them in the last day or two. I don't know. So, but you're right. It was the White Sox as of like a couple days ago. It was the Rockies.
But before this,
All right.
They didn't head downstairs. They came in through the cellar, and so they just started at the bottom. So, yeah.
All right. Well, hope they turn it around.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
yeah. I'm not optimistic, but
Hey, dude, I made it clear that the rule should be if you have that many unsuccessful seasons, you have to move and sell the team.
yeah.
It's
Well, I don't want to move the team, but they could sell it. Yeah.
I don't see. I feel like it should get a fresh start.
But the fans keep coming.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah,
Oakland
okay.
where
You
know.
can, I can see your
Yeah.
point there, but
Yeah, Oakland can't find a home. So-
I think they're playing in somebody's basement for the
I think they're playing in Sacramento,
years,
of
yeah.
all places. So
the next 2 or 3
you bust your
years.
ass down to AAA, son. You know. So,
yeah, you're right. Okay, it's wrong to punish the fans, but still, man, it just there should be something in there where it's like you have a duty to be competitive, right?
Well, the thing is, they spend money. They're just idiots.
They do a lot of dumb things.
I mean, that
Yeah.
Chris Bryant
That was
contract
stupid.
the
Yeah.
dumbest thing in history.
That was dumb. So
Okay. So in that case, it's essentially like the which article is it that about the competency of the president?
Oh yeah.
You have to take a test.
Well, basically, if you're spending money or whatever, and you're just not getting results, there has to be a point where you're like, you're not baseball competent.
What is that?
It's not 22, is it? It's something like
It's
that.
not an amendment, is it?
No.
Yeah, it actually is.
Is it an amendment?
Yeah, it's the one that allows the vice president to take over.
It's where it's
They
literally
were talking
what
about,
they're calling-
yeah, they've
but
talked about it a lot since the last
Yeah.
7.5 years.
I'm watching a Madam Secretary, and there's one point where the president and vice president are like on Air Force One, and they disappear. Like it goes off radar, and so they can't find them. So they're trying to find the next succession order.
Oh my God.
And so they grab the next person that's like isn't the leader of Congress.
It's the Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House. They bring him in, and they're getting ready to swear him in, and he's just like, "Yeah, I know. I needed to report to Reagan and all this kind of stuff, and this." And they're like, "Wait, what?" And they're like, and they go, "Who's the acting president?" And I'm like, "He's like Reagan." And they're like, "Uh-oh."
what is this show?
Madam
Madam
Secretary.
Secretary.
Is this a new show or is it?
No,
No, it's been around for a while.
Yeah, but it's like new to Netflix, so it got.
Oh.
Well, that's what I was like. Is he saying Reagan because he's been like?
No, because
Because he's ancient.
And then
Yeah.
they talk to the aide, and she's like, "Yeah, he's been slipping a lot lately."
Oh, okay.
And so
okay.
he doesn't know what time he's in sometimes and stuff, and they're just like, "Yeah, we're here. How about we go outside and have a chat and all this?"
Well, that's why I was like, if it's new and it's 2024, and he's saying Reagan from that's where I was
probably
like,
around 2015.
Yeah.
oh, so it's not that old. It's okay. Got it. Got it. Okay.
No, he would have still been in politics when Reagan was there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but the president and the vice president aren't allowed to fly together.
I think they did. The vice president was. Oh no, the vice president got sick. And they thought he got sick the same time that the president's plane disappeared.
Yeah.
So they thought he was
Infected with a weird
poisoned.
Chinese virus.
I think he was in China,
Oh my God! It's premonition. So,
but he was like on a golf course and he puked like right on everybody and all this kind of stuff. And so he was like really sick. And so they're just like, did he get poisoned? Is this like a serious attack on America? And they're trying to cripple the whole line of leadership and.
I saw an episode of that where they almost launched the nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So you watched the show too?
No, I've seen clips of it. I don't watch
come up in your
political
YouTube
fucking
feed.
garbage. Yeah. So. So had people over there trying to get me involved in Veep with Julia Lewis driving. Oh, it's great. I was like, everybody in the show is a fucking idiot except for her. So I hate movies like that where in order for it to work, everybody's got to be dumb except for you. So
A lot of times it's everybody above the age of like 30, about 40.
it's not even that, Jeff. I mean, there's so many bad movies from like even 50 years ago where it's just dependent on stupidity that this series event actually happens. So,
Well, I mean, so, the cinema classic, 12 Angry Men, right?
right.
I'm sure your wife could have a field day with this about, like, this is not, none of this is
Yeah, but I mean, at least that was adapted from a play, so they go through the washer a million times before it made it to movies. But...
right. But in terms of the actual law of the what they're debating in the jury,
I don't know. I've never asked her about it, so don't know.
Okay,
But I'm thinking like Towering Inferno. Have you watched that?
Towering and
not in
Right,
30 years.
but everybody is dumb in that.
Yeah.
Everybody is dumb, and it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, so OJ is smart.
Right.
So, this guy here is smart. Charlton Heston is smart.
Yes.
But everybody else is dumb. That's why this happened. So, I
right.
just don't like that shit. And I got that feel from Veep. Madam Secretary, I thought, was basically a pretty blatant attempt to make sure that Hillary Clinton became the next president. Because that's who that's supposed to be. Sort of.
I cannot see. Well,
Yeah, no.
I mean, I guess I could kind of see that. But
Yeah. It was before she was like announcing that she's running and stuff. But everybody knew she was going to do it. So let's make a TV show.
But this person was like, does not want to be politics.
Right, yeah.
Right.
That's so
Yeah,
like
this is
Hillary.
what-
Yeah, so that's
yeah.
wholly.
Just a person of the people.
Yeah.
This is it. Absolutely.
Leadership calls upon you. It's
Right.
just- yeah.
Yes. So my pants go on one leg at a time. So,
No, the reason I say that is there are a lot of like fucking movies. Like, just think about movies that seem, you come in there and you're like, well, I'm trying to watch like fucking Godzilla square off against King Kong, right?
Jeff, if you're talking about any movie made within the last 10 years, I totally agree with you.
Where just every adult is so stupid.
Yes.
And what happens are some like,
Oh yeah.
you know what? Like, pour coffee on the fucking console.
Yeah. You know what movie fucking started that was Transformers. So
I didn't start it, man. This
nah,
was
that's
way-
where I really noticed
Just
it.
because
Yeah.
you noticed it
Yeah.
doesn't mean that this doesn't go back a lot farther than that.
Where would you take it back to?
Oh, this was an 80s staple.
Like what?
Like the whole of the Goonies. Like the entire movie is about
the
how
Goonies.
adults
Yeah,
are
sure.
dumb.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, granted, it's for purpose, right? For narratively being, about the kids, right? But yeah, I mean, the idea of the kids saving the day, man, that's War Games. There's so many movies
Yeah, War Games is a good one too. Yeah.
where the adults, well, if you're an adult, you're dumb.
Yeah.
Right? You're not thinking. You're too lateral. You're too stuffed. You're
I
too.
don't know though, man. The '80s had a lot of movies where the old guy was the hero. So I mean, you can take a look at like Heartbreak Ridge and stuff like that at that point in time. You know.
Okay, I can give
So
you that.
and that you don't see that anymore. So you haven't seen that in fucking 15 years.
Gran Torino.
Grant, is he really the hero?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Is he a good guy in that one because he saves the poor helpless Koreans?
Narratively, yes.
Narrative, sure. On paper, I get it.
Right.
Yeah. But that's the same Clint Eastwood movie we've been watching for 2 fucking decades. It's
It's just Heartbreak Ridge, man. So
Oh,
I mean,
I know. So, but at the same point in time, I don't think that one's kind of in the same vein. So it's basically angry old man does angry old man stuff. So
right, and solves it only in the way an angry old man can.
right, but it's
At the
not like
expense of his,
some of his other ones, like even $1 Million Baby, where he's trying to he's trying to help out,
Yes.
and trying to train somebody up to take his place, and that person turns out to be competent. So, God, I hate that movie too. Come to think of it. That is such a bait and switch
I've never
job.
seen Million
Oh,
Babies
don't
yet.
watch it, man. It's like this great boxing movie until the last 5 fucking minutes where you're
Did
like,
it win
actually,
the Oscar?
yes. So
I think it's a great movie. It's
it is such a dirty trick. At the
It-
end of the
it is-
movie,
it's a
though.
dirty trick,
So,
yes.
it's such a
It's-
cheap shot.
in many,
Right,
in
yes.
every possible way. Yes, it absolutely is. No, it's a cheap shot, but at the same time, like you watch it and like hope it's different this time.
It's not.
You're like, please tell me they're showing the director's cut.
They're not going to shoot old Yeller in this one, are they? He's going to get better, Pa. You know?
Yeah, I think it's actually a fantastic movie, except
that.
well, see, again, it's good. I like it. The problem is, by doing that, they bring out that white trash family, and getting to see those people at their absolute worst is also amazing.
Well, he did the same trick in what was it, the Mule? Did you see that one?
So
so terrible. It's like, could you write dumber white people in this thing? So,
not just dumber white people, man. You cannot write dumber like criminals. Like,
oh yeah.
Like. Yeah. They're like getting cartoonishly mad at him. It's like, oh, mule, they take out the good like crime boss, even though everybody loves him, and he's getting the job done until that mean guy comes in.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be based on a true. I don't know. I don't know.
It's supposed to be, but Clint Eastwood said that several times. So. His brain has gone a little melty.
Like I said, man, it's based on a true story, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is.
Right, yeah.
You know who Ed Gein is. That is not how that story played out.
Yeah, no.
Same thing. That same story is supposed to be Silence of the Lambs. That is not how Ed Gein's story turned out. No. So take it for what it's worth.
That movie, I watched that one maybe like a year ago. It doesn't really hold up, man.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. So now I know the other two are absolutely fucking terrible movies.
Oh, what, Red Dragon?
Oh, Red Dragon's like the stupidest movie I think I've ever seen. It's like, oh, good. Don't even waste your time, man. So unless you want to watch, who is the guy? Ray Fiennes fucking show his butt to everybody several times.
I'm in.
I wasn't in before.
Right. Yeah. never turned out a good.
I thought this was a bullshit killer movie. Now I'm in.
It is a bullshit killer movie that makes no fucking sense. But anyway, where was I going with that?
You were talking about how those other two movies were dog shit, but I think what you're getting at is that Silence of the Lambs doesn't have that same punch that it did.
It really doesn't have the same punch, and it's also one of those things where, like, just write a movie about him, if that's what you're going to do here. But then sitting there thinking about it is like, wait a minute, why would they put this guy in a hotel and make this cage in the middle of a ballroom? Wouldn't they just put him in, a jail cell? So, so and it was like, wait a minute, how did she wind up at this dude's house? So, and what was that thing that had to do with the head in the jar? I don't know. It's like, it's just like, actually, this doesn't stitch together as well as it used to be. Like, it's mastercrafted, like psycho thriller kind of thing. And, it's like, actually, it's not as good as I remember it being.
Well, again, this is the same position I had with The Shining. Was every cultural touchstone from that movie had been, used and reused and then duplicated and then mocked.
Maybe that's it. I don't know.
So when you go back and watch the original, I'm like, you know what? This would have been really impactful if I saw this when it came out. But at the same time, it's. I like The Matrix now because of having seen it in 1999. If I watched it straight in 2024, I don't think it would have hit me as hard.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Because it felt so fresh at the time, right? Before everybody, before they made fun of it in Shrek and all the other, things where they used all the technology. Plus, they made, 3 sequels afterwards, none of which were good.
They were bad.
The second one was fine.
It was okay until you got to the guy in the white suit in the room, and then it's you're the guy.
That's the third one.
The white suit.
That's the second
one. The white
suit.
Colonel Sanders?
Yep.
Colonel Sanders is in both.
He's in both. He's at the very end of the second one. So
he's also at the very end of the third one because he's sitting on the bench with the Oracle.
Yeah,
that's right.
The Oracle. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing is they kept going with it, so they used that up, and then all the all the jokes, there's no spoon, there's all that stuff. Like, that's all been, taken and put in a common.
I've seen some guys do that spoon trick.
Well,
You can
it's
bend
not
the
a
spoon, yeah.
Well,
So-
that's fake.
I know it's totally fake, but I saw this guy and he was like walking you through how to do it. It's like, wow, that's got to take a lot of practice. So, but it's also just a matter of working the spoon before you use it. So
Right.
it was kind of interesting.
And also finding the fulcrum point too.
Right.
But,
Anyway.
but yeah, that's part of it. Like, there are movies that if you didn't see them, they still have that impact. I would argue The Thing does that. Because of what it is.
Yeah.
Because it was the tail end of basically practical effects horror.
Yeah, but I don't put that much stock in practical effects,
I don't know.
I know you do. So, but I mean, like some of them hold up better than others. So there's definitely an art to it, and I don't really think The Thing holds up that great. So
I have no idea why. Well,
it just looks, like it's got that almost like flicker feel to it. So like some stop motion does. So like the head coming off the guy's body looks great. Okay, the shark jaws do, but the whole scene with the dogs, that does not look that great.
that's a little bit weird.
Yeah,
it's,
the
it's,
same
it's
thing
a
with
little bit puppety.
yeah, and the thing at the end. So where it's like a fucking plant, like Venus flytrap, all these mouths and shit on it. It's like, it would have been better if you didn't show it. So
I can see that.
because Alien still holds up like fucking, it's great.
One or
It's-
two.
One.
Well, yes and no.
Okay, what do you not like about it?
Whenever they show the full alien suit,
Okay, it's definitely a dude.
it's definitely a dude.
It's definitely a dude.
and when he's getting shot out the airlock, and you're like, this is
Okay, yeah, that one's true.
this is an action figure in the bathtub, dude.
Right, yeah. Okay, all right, I'll give you that.
Well, the whole point of that was to keep it in shadow and to keep it, basically, as much to your imagination as possible.
Right.
And obviously, I mean, you still couldn't get away with it by not showing the thing.
Yeah,
in
that's true.
the whole movie, people would have a fit, but I mean, that's the part that's effective.
Yeah, it is.
Is the isolation and the
So a theory that like John Carpenter, he's never talked about like whether or not Childs is the thing at the end. So and then he's dead now, isn't he?
Who?
John Carpenter?
No.
Oh,
Ooh, really?
I don't think so.
He's got to be
still
getting fucking close. So
No, he's just he's as old as Keith David and Kurt
yeah, but he's
Russell.
not black, man. So
No, but
Keith
he's
David's gonna live longer.
he was no he was those guys' ages when he was
I
making.
thought he was a little bit older, but if not, that's
Just
fine.
barely.
Yeah, yeah. Kurt Russell's getting up there too, man. So
Yeah, they're all like
Yeah,
around
yeah.
that same age. He it wasn't like there wasn't like that. There wasn't like that gulf of a difference in their ages like back then.
okay, fine.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Like
He's
Tom Hanks' age.
well, Tom Hanks is younger than those guys. Not much, but he is.
Right around there, but
Okay.
Oh, but he looked like a baby back then.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
still
So
kind of does now.
Kinda,
He has a little bit of that baby face.
yeah, he's got a little
Tom
rubbery
Hanks
though,
was
man.
old.
Yeah, he's starting to look. The guy that I saw the other day that I was like, "Whoa, you're gonna die soon," is William H Macy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, dude!
Yeah.
And I think he's younger than those guys, maybe.
Well, William H Macy probably looked old when he was 9.
Yeah, he's one of those kids.
Dude, it's like
He's like,
Well,
my
and he
dad
always
smokes
took
cigarettes.
roles where he was
yes,
supposed to look rough and
exactly. No,
on drugs and
he's always looked like that, and it's just like naming it. It's like naming a baby Gary, right? It just doesn't work. It's like it's an old person name. It doesn't work good on a child.
They all come back though eventually.
They
man.
do,
Yeah, it all
but
rotates
it's just too
around.
weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird.
Yeah.
So, anyway, where was I going with that?
You were basically it's about movies that classics that don't necessarily hold up. The
Oh,
way that-
yeah, no, the thing, the end. like John Carpenter's story, you never talk about it, but there's actually an interview at the end somewhere, and I found this on YouTube a while back, where he gave an interview years and years ago as a print interview. So where someone was asking him about it, he's like, well, notice that, earlier in the film, so McCready had used up all his scotch. And so that was gasoline. So, and that's why when he was sat back and had a drink, and the thing, and Childs takes a drink of that and does it like right off the bat, that McCready knew that he was a thing and he was going to sit there and die with him. So, yeah. So anyway. Yeah.
He tried to drink gasoline.
So apparently there's like a scene in there where McCready is drinking his last bit of scotch, and he's mad at the computer, and so he dumps his scotch in the computer. There's a scene in there that got cut showing him like with the last bit of scotch, and so but you don't see that in the original cut of the film or the director's cut, okay? Because they took it out specifically to make sure that at the end of the movie it was left ambiguous. And so that's the official one. But he did talk about it at one point in time where there was a scene that got cut where he's running out of scotch. Gotcha. And so when he hands him the bottle of scotch at the end, the only thing it can be filled with is gasoline. So
okay. I got you.
So in the same vein, when you've seen the deleted scenes from Terminator 2.
Yeah, right? With the head. That took him hours and days to shoot in the mirror. So
I'm not even talking about that part. I'm talking about the ambiguous part where because after being frozen and shattered and the liquid Terminator is having all those glitches.
Oh yeah.
And it's revealed that that's clearly not Sarah Connor because her feet are all meshed in with the undergrading.
No, that's not Sarah Connor.
No. That's when she's approaching him, right? And Sarah Connor's behind the fake, right?
Oh, right, yeah. His feet are all fucked up. Yeah, I see that one.
Yeah. That really betrays the whole thing of where it's like, wait, he would know that's not.
He would know, yeah.
That's not his mother.
That's okay.
Yeah,
that movie's actually pretty tight. So
mostly,
yeah. That one was actually, I think, better with all the edits that they put in because I had
I
had all the edit over. The extended version of it. It's like, actually, you know what? It's better just the way it is.
Yeah.
So, but that's when Genghis Cameron was at the top of his game. So.
Well, I think people could talk to him. I think people could say like, "Dude, stop it."
Yeah, isn't he?
Or
does he have like 2 or 3 more Avatar movies in the works?
Something
at least
like that.
2.
It's crazy.
And they're all gonna do like huge business.
Yeah. So. I know that last one made a shitload of money. So yeah, I didn't. I was like, it's got whales in it. Cool. So
it was pretty boring.
Was it?
It was boring.
Yeah. Okay. That's that
long.
Kind of. Yeah. I don't do long anymore. So I just can't do it.
I can do long in chunks.
I just rather binge something on Netflix now. Give me 9 1-hour episodes. So,
bro, it's happening. It's happening.
I know it's happening.
The contraction of the universe. The announcements this week. Did you see that?
All
right. So, in order to the kingdoms are coming back together, where Disney and Warner Brothers, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Discovery, they're forming a union. A singular streaming service to combat this.
To combat Netflix?
Well, and so Netflix is combining with Netflix, Apple TV, and Comcast.
Oh, yeah, okay. We have to consolidate.
The universe exploded. It is squeezing back into its cable again.
It's always going to go that way, man. So, like... Our dream of a la carte TV is a lost one, Jeffrey. So it is absolutely unfeasible. So
the years when it happened didn't feel that great.
Yeah. So
that's it's not.
It never fully got to your vision.
And it doesn't matter because none of the kids watch fucking TV anymore, man. They don't. Yeah, it's just like the doom loop is like the doomsday clock has been set on all forms of TV entertainment. So.
It's the only stuff that people watch TV for now is just sports.
The sports is a huge piece of the pie now. It's enormous. So
It's live.
It's live. It's not fake. So everything else is fake and not live.
Right.
Yeah.
I would argue that yes, it is fake and gay. That's what we said before.
I thought the combination was dumb and gay. So
No, it's fake.
It's
and
fake
gay.
and gay. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's just where we're going, man. And the funny thing is, like, I don't know if your kids are into this, but my daughter, all her friends, and stuff like that, they're all into live music. So
Live music?
yeah, they have concerts picked out that they want to go to this year and stuff. And
Bands
so,
that nobody's heard of.
well, no, like
Yeah.
Imagine Dragons, they want to go to that one.
Oh, you
I went to that.
Yeah, see, like stuff like that, and they're like,
No, my kids are not.
okay, all right.
Not asked for that at all.
That would just be a sample size of 2, so I get it. But
Did they get you at all with the name?
What?
Did your kids have they started like getting you with the name yet?
what name?
Well, so they get you to say like what concert you go, so and then you say like Imagine Dragons, right? And so what they do is they say Imagine Dragon these nuts on your face.
No.
No,
They
because they're
totally.
10.
10-year-olds are doing that.
Oh my god! Only fuckers who spend too much time playing Halo.
Dude, his kids are playing Lethal Company.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Is it any good?
They love it.
Oh,
like,
okay.
and I don't know that they watch YouTube streams of it, and it's kind of funny the YouTube stuff that they got coming out of it.
Why would the game give you a whoopee cushion and a clown horn? Like,
I mean, there's and that you get to do these stupid dances and like all these like
Sounds like Fortnite.
the YouTube videos of these things are kind of funny. So, yeah, it's got and like it scares Livy.
oh yeah,
Like there's plenty of things that jump out, or she'll watch one of the other kids get their heads snapped off, and she's like, "Oh, I'm horrified! I watched him die by having his head snapped backwards."
But it's just silly enough that it's not like scarring.
Right,
Yeah. But in the same game, you can watch somebody over there like, oh, somebody's got to pull the lever, which means they're going to throw the whoopee cushion behind you, and you're going to fart, and people are going to make fun of you.
Yeah,
I know.
I've seen
it's a good balance of it so they have a and like you can start killing your own people, like, so
Yes.
when you're tired of playing as a team, you just start backstabbing everybody and doing all like, yeah, this is pretty good.
That was one of the funniest. One of the things that they changed in that Friday the 13th game that made me laugh was it was only like 2 weeks or something like that before they had to turn off the camp counselors from killing each other, because you're all supposed to be in this against Jason, and one person's playing Jason.
Oh, that game was so much fun.
Yes.
That game was so much fun.
But what happened was, in the beginning of the round, somebody would come up to you, hit you with a shovel,
Yep.
throw you in a locker,
Yep. And then
you
tell
just
Jason where
wait.
you were. Yeah.
And at the top, it's like, you know what? You guys can't kill each other anymore. I'm sorry, you guys can't handle it.
Yeah, no, they turned that off. I played that game for a while. That game was fucking. That was so
Great idea.
Yeah, it was a really good idea.
Yeah.
It was a really good. There was no matchmaking on it though. So
No,
you
you
just
just
played.
played.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just played.
Well, because the idea of like matchmaking and like winning, like having ranked matches in that game, is
Yeah,
sort of
but you and I couldn't play in the same lobby. So
not at first. You
No.
you absolutely could. Later.
that was after I got out of it.
Yeah.
Because I played it because it was on the Steam store. It was like $15.
Oh yeah.
It was
Yeah.
dirt ass cheap, and
Yeah.
it was just fun. So yeah, because
They had a concept and they rolled with it.
yeah, and then but there was only the one map, and so after a little bit, you got a little bit bored of it. After you got to be Jason a few times, you're kind of like, actually, I kind of like playing as the other guys.
I gotta tell you what,
yeah.
I never did well as Jason.
No, I didn't either.
I suck. The kids could like fucking dance in front of me, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're really slow, so
You are.
Yeah.
I love how like when you're playing the
but
thing.
you could teleport. So
Well, and also I loved how when you were the counselor and like the musical cues would be giving you
they
like
change, yeah.
how close he is to you. It's
Yeah.
like this is fun.
It was fun.
This is fun.
It was a lot of
I
fun.
would not pay $60 for this,
no,
but they didn't
15
ask for
bucks.
$60.
no, it was $15.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They didn't ask for $60.
God dang, that was like what, 6-7 years ago?
Yeah.
It was a while ago.
Yeah.
I remember playing that. That was fun.
No, it's, I love stuff like that, and I guess like Lethal Company is. Kids just fuck with each other. It's always like you have a new buddy, and it's like, you know what? Put that on the shelf. Ring the bell like 100 times.
Yeah.
Like, do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I'm retarded or something? It's like, no. What's gonna happen to me if I ring the bell like 100 times?
Oh, when you're at the station. Yeah. I watched the YouTube of that one. Yep, they get their new guy that joins for the first time, and he's like, that's how you get the guy to come out and so that you can buy stuff. All right. This is pretty good. Like, this is cool.
I guarantee you that's the kind of game I would have loved playing when I was younger.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
well, I would have just been killing you guys.
Again, that's funny.
I wouldn't have even tried. You guys would have yelled at me so fast.
Well, you would have fit right in. I mean, like, when Pat and I talk about the golden days of Rogue Spear and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Some of it was the game.
In the fucking elevator. Yeah.
Some of it was the game itself. And you obviously couldn't go, like, fucking, like, ape shit all the time. But then again, you know, we're sitting there, like, when we're playing, like, dumbass, like, Counter-Strike, and Mike
Fortress
keeps flashbanging you.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
He keeps throwing it not through the door, on purposely at the door. Because you know where I'm talking. It's that stupid door that's like this.
Yeah.
On that, I don't... You probably remember the name of the map. I don't.
It was on a tanker.
There you go. All right, but...
But I mean, so the cool thing about that game is you could get serious in that game. See, I remember the first time we actually cleaned out the 747. We were stoked.
Oh, yeah.
Because it took forever. So,
it's cool. Yeah.
It was way cool. We actually fucking did it. So, you know, so that was, like, different, you know. And then, like, Halo nights would turn into stupid debauchery after a while. So, can we get all the vehicles on the fucking board?
Well, absolutely. I mean, so here's the thing. Like, you have all these kids over at your house. Like, is there still, like, a version of, like, couch co-op that they play? Like, what do they do now?
Co-op? Fortnite, I guess, kind of is a co-op. They all play as a team.
Do they? Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then they try and beat the levels together, or try and go up against the other team.
Okay.
But is that split screen?
They all have their own devices.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's what I'm talking about. Is there any like couch games that they play? Not necessarily co-op, or maybe, you know, against each other.
Like the only game that they'll play, Super Smash Brothers, like all against each other.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or
that makes sense. Okay.
They'll play, what is it? I can't think what the name of the game
Tell
is.
me it's not that fucking dumbass wrestling game.
Yeah, where you're Jello-y kind of people.
God, I hate that game.
Oh,
so
game's
goddamn
silly.
much.
That one's
They
so
get
fun to watch.
screaming
Yeah.
so loud. Or there's one where human stick fight or something like that, where they get the form and there's stuff going on everywhere, and it's just, and they get screaming and all this kind of stuff.
Is Fall Guys?
Fall Guys.
That's the one where there's like 100 dudes in a race, and they're all like little bouncy guys, and they're like running through like Cake Land, and like.
I haven't seen that.
Okay, all right.
Sounds like
That fucking. What is that dumb game with the rubbery wrestling?
Gang Beast or Gang Beast.
that-
Yeah,
Fuck that game.
they have a ball with it. I mean,
Okay, all right.
they'll be screaming in the middle of the
All
night.
right.
So,
Well, I'm glad that's still like alive and well. I feel like that's actually like the point of video games. Like, it makes me happy that they still have social games like that. Hello, dog.
the rest of it, yeah, everybody has their own device, so they all play it on their tablet or whatever, and all this kind of stuff, and so they'll. Well, I mean, even on their phones, you can just plug in your controller to it, and you can play. So like, yeah, they all have their own stuff and all that kind of thing. So everybody brings over their own devices and all that kind
That's
of thing.
fun. Don't get me wrong. That's
That and William just doesn't care. So if they don't want to play the game he's playing, sometimes he'll just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna play my game," and I'll be like, "Dude, your friends are over here," and he's like, "Yeah, they know." like, I'm like,
They're just here for the Pop Tarts.
I'm like, dude, you gotta do stuff with it. He's like, it's good. I'm like,
Well, I mean, they just like being in each other's company, right?
yeah. Well,
That's actually kind of awesome.
my house is the
Yeah, it's the hangout
like.
spot.
There's a waiting
Yeah.
list to. They're coordinating weekends. And,
What were we clowning on last time around about like waiting list? No, it was a maitre d at McDonald's.
Oh yeah,
Right.
because it was getting so expensive.
And they were going to classify as a bistro.
It was a bistro. That's
Yes.
right. So
Right.
California didn't have to pay the minimum wage law.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
McDonald's bistro.
Taco Bell's got one of those concept restaurants where it's actually a sit-down joint where you can get margaritas and shit. So
McDonald's
wow.
does too. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
That after hours thing.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
we probably have a maitre d'.
It was yeah. There was like their McDonald's, Starbucks.
Oh, after dark.
Yeah, so like I read up a little bit more on Starbucks. So there was another follow-up story in the journal the other day. Howard Schultz wasn't actually in charge of it anymore. So no, he hasn't been for like 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was wrong about that. So,
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
issue correction.
I'll do apologies.
I'll do apologies to Mr. Schultz.
Well, actually, we're not apologizing to him. We're apologizing to
Our two viewers. Yeah.
to
so,
Starbucks International for misrepresenting their leadership.
well, apparently he's still on the board, but
Right.
he's not like the day-to-day guy. So he does philanthropy and shit
As they do.
as they do.
Yeah.
So
In their own special. I'm sure. Dig deep enough, and I'm sure that fucker is funneling funds to Palestine. All right, so
maybe Bill Clinton or not Bill Clinton. Bill Gates came out and said, "Fuck that! I haven't paid them a penny." So
he did. He said something
He did.
weird the other day that was really out of character for his recent things. I don't remember the whole statement, but it was odd.
Oh. I just saw his thing from Palestine. He says, like, no, we have never given any of these groups a single fucking penny, so fuck off, New York Times. So, not like that, but coming from Bill Gates. So,
I wouldn't mind if he said that.
no. That wouldn't be bad at all. Yeah, there was something else that I had to issue a retraction. What the fuck was it?
This week?
It might have been from a while ago, but I saw something that updated my thinking on something. I can't remember what it was, though. I'm sorry. I graded too many fucking papers today and yesterday. So,
I was going to say, is there something that you've been thinking of or has been bothering you in the local media
local media?
or national or global or...
No, I haven't really been paying attention to anything outside
There
of
you go.
like locals lately. What was it? There was something locally. I did see the shit that you were talking about in Denver and Tabor.
Yeah,
That has
did you
no-
get the full deets on it?
Not
Was
really. It's an initiative that some dorks in Denver are trying to push, but they don't have the support for it. So
Good.
yeah, so because they'd have to put it on the ballot, and so that's what they're trying to do because they got a deadline before they can actually get shit on the ballot here pretty soon. So it's like this month. So
Is
I
it?
think I got a ballot in the mail for something.
really, oh, you might.
I didn't even open it, but
You might have school board elections out there. So,
Oh.
yeah, because your school board is full of psychopaths. So your school board is worse than Game of Thrones. So in terms of stabbiness. So yeah. So
lovely.
lovely. What else they're going to put? I saw something from the city the other day. They're going to try and get our ambulance service fired. So and then turn them into firefighters.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because apparently, well, they're not happy with AMR. They think they're gouging the city.
Oh,
So yeah, they're like, well, fuck it. And the fire department was like, well, we could do it for this much money. So, and then the new mayor is kind of like, that sounds like a great plan. It's like it's supposed to be 30% cheaper. So anyway,
to drive the truck out?
well, they always send a fire truck out during an ambulance call.
Yeah.
That's true.
They do.
So just stop. Well,
And I've seen what look like ambulances that are painted as fire trucks.
Oh, I haven't seen those.
See,
So maybe
because
that's what we have out
because it-
in our area.
that's what I'm talking about. Like,
ambulances.
so if you have a person that needs to be rushed to the hospital, I'd much rather use a van than a fire truck.
Well, that's no.
It looks like an ambulance and it's just painted.
They wouldn't
Okay.
send you in the fire truck. So the fire department would get its own ambulances. So that's
Okay,
the idea.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And apparently a lot of cities do that. So I don't know.
Do they?
Well,
Oh.
I guess we do because that's what comes whenever an ambulance is needed to.
You might be on the county stuff.
Yeah, it must be,
Yeah.
yeah. We're not city. We don't have city anything.
In fact, the hospital's closer to your house than it is to mine. So not really, but
Yeah.
You guys are pretty.
it's on the same fucking road.
Yeah, I guess it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's close.
It is kind of
It's close.
Yeah.
I don't care enough to Google Map it right now, but
Yeah.
I feel like mentally, if I paint a picture of it and straighten out the lines of where they'd have to go, I feel like it's pretty dead on.
Depending, like from my house to the hospital,
Mine's probably about 10 minutes.
Yeah, mine's like 15. Mine's like
It's close enough,
15,
man.
20.
Yeah.
15.
On two straight lines, basically.
Yeah.
As the crow flies.
But to curl out of Pat's neighborhood, right, and then come around,
Kind of a pain in the ass.
it
Yeah.
sort of is, yeah. Because
Yeah.
you either take that long U shape out the other end, or you go around the other way past the old dead loafing jug. There's something else there now, but I don't know what it is. But and then do what? Go up Austin Bluffs?
Yeah. That's not that far. That's how I get on Powers. So, yeah. I like my little secluded neighborhood in the middle of town. So, it's kind of a bitch to get into my place. So,
It kind of is,
Yeah.
and it is weird that there are no sidewalks.
I love it. So
I know
don't
you
even
do.
shovel them. So,
No,
it's great. But yes, there are no sidewalks. But even though it's in the middle of town, there are no sidewalks. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, it is something that is just a little bit bizarre. Like when I was feeding your cats and stuff,
Mhm.
they just go over there and it's like it's like looking at a doll that's really close to being human, but it's not.
What?
You
My
just
cat?
like no the no sidewalk thing. You're like,
Oh,
it looks like a house. It feels exactly like a house, but something's not right.
it has no sidewalk. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah, I just got a thing that my tree is not an official tree, so I'm supposed to plant
From
a
your
tree.
HOA? What the fuck?
Oh, we every yard is supposed to have 3 trees.
How many trees you got?
I have 2 trees. My third tree died, so I cut it down. But
Little stick with a red bulb on it, you know?
Charlie Brown.
Yeah, I know. That's like a
But
real
the-
tree.
the suckers, I guess they're called.
Oh, yeah.
and they're like 7 feet tall. And
They
there's
say
2
those
of them.
don't count as
Like
real
that,
trees.
Those aren't real trees. They don't have
Oh.
a canopy. I'm like, they're gonna grow, you jackwagon.
Yeah, you know that all aspen trees are connected together, right?
It's not an aspen.
Oh, is it a birch?
Something
yeah.
like that, yeah.
So they say it's a sucker, huh?
They said our picture shows that it's.
Come
And
down
I'm
here
like,
and take a picture of
"Ew."
this, bitch. You know?
I'm like, oh my god. So I'm just like, so
Oh, I would have said that.
I know, man.
I
So
trimmed some of the bottom branches off. So now maybe it looks like a canopy.
they just hang a sign on it that says not a tree. Yeah.
Well, because otherwise, if it allowed it to grow, it's gonna grow into like 2 cool trees that got unique branches and like all this kind of. And I'm like, cool. It's not one from Home Depot that everybody else has.
But that's my question is so if you plant a tree, right? It takes a while to verify it's going to be.
It has to have 1.5 inches diameter.
Oh my God, you get out calipers or something.
And have a canopy to be considered a tree.
But it has to grow.
Well, you have to buy your tree already at 1.5 inches diameter
Yeah.
with a canopy.
Do they sell them in plastic?
No, you go over to the fucking place and get one. So
No,
they
that's
deliver
what
it
I'm
to
Buy
you.
a fake tree?
Yes. Put it in the ground. It meets their specifications. It'll always be that size.
Nah,
It's probably not qualify as a tree.
I don't
I
know.
don't think they would. Yeah. How
But-
big is your HOA? How many houses are in it?
A lot. I
Yeah,
guess.
see, that's your problem. Man. Ours has like 15.
Oh yeah, we're
No, and so we don't
we've
fuck
got
with
an
each other
entire
like that. It's
management
actually kind of
group
nice.
full of-
So yeah,
it's nothing.
yeah. I thought ours was a lot bigger. Then I found out that ours is actually split into 3 different parts. So and each part has its own board.
So I'm waiting
So-
to see if they actually find me or not once it starts leaking.
Do they put a lien on your house?
I don't know.
Yeah, they
We
always
have
threaten to
fines.
do that, man. So
I don't know how much the fine will be.
I don't know how they have the legal recourse to do that.
they do. It's
You-
part of the
you
law
signed off
here.
on it
Yeah, you
when
sign
you
off
buy
on
it.
it when you buy the house. So
I get it, but I mean, at the same time, it's like with, like, when you go to work for a company, you can sign off on shit, but if it turns out that's illegal, it doesn't make it.
No, it doesn't make it. But like HOA stuff isn't illegal. Now, what has become illegal, and Polis signed this last year, was they can't tell you, like your place now, if you want to rip your grass out in Xeriscape yard, your HOA can freak out about that as much as they fucking want, and they can't do anything about it. So, you might not actually have to buy trees. You say, well, it's going to cost me water to keep it alive. So,
Right.
kind of know a guy who might be able to clarify that for you.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, because that did come out like last year, and that's why we're going to rip our grass out. Grass. Of my leafy greens.
You're tearing up your cilantro.
It is, yes. It's all oregano cilantro around here. So, never mind those. Those are just miniature sunflowers. So.
Well, I mean, Will. I think Will is no, not Arizona. Okay, yeah, but yeah, your last travels took you out to like coastal places where grass just grows normally, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Where'd you go?
Because you went on that huge trip.
That was a while ago, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is like when you see places with like natural grass, not the stuff that we have to cultivate here,
It's different.
it is way different.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, fuck, man. Down in Texas, I mean, grass will grow underneath your fucking car. So,
You ever see the places where people have it like growing on their roof?
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that should just show up on like Hoarders and
Where?
Hoarders.
Hoarders? Oh.
Yeah, the show.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, not a place, but
I had grass growing on my roof,
On your roof?
in my gutter. 'Cause all those
You never
pigeons
cleaned them out? Yeah. Oh, okay.
pooped so much up there.
what? Really?
Yeah. And so there was some grass growing in there. And I'm still haven't been able to completely seal it off. They keep finding ways to break in.
Pigeons?
Yeah.
What do they break into?
Under my solar panels.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I
And
forgot you had those.
There's so much poop.
Oh.
So, and I can't hire somebody to come clean out my gutter until I get these pigeons to stop breaking in.
Are there any? I presume you've done the research. So is there any other kind of like pigeon deterrent or
I've tried the sound thing.
what's the sound thing?
If it detects movement, it emits like a frequency that's supposed to push them away.
Oh,
I got a guy.
You got a guy.
Yeah.
He just sits there and like
No, he got rid of all the woodpeckers. No, you can't do that. So,
you can to pigeons,
huh?
not woodpeckers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Pigeons, pigeons are rats.
Yeah.
There's no reason to bring that up.
You're right. Yeah. No. But he put up this like schmutz that is like a repellent. It's like an owl stink or something like that. And I've never had one come back. So, and that's been like 5-6 years now. Yeah.
Enough there, Chuckles.
What's so funny?
it doesn't feel like admitting to.
What?
There's something that you don't want to admit to on the record.
No, not necessarily. No.
Oh.
But yeah, I haven't tried buying one of those fake owls and putting it. I haven't tried that one yet.
I hear
Yeah.
that never works.
Oh, I've had them. Yeah, they work. So we had one at our house over there. The thing is like it. You got to have a good place for it. Otherwise, you need several of them. So
Well, there's one big gap that I've filled up with stuff. But I guess there might be one hole left that it's still getting into. Because otherwise the rest of it is all gated off.
So what do they just hang out under there because it's dry?
It's their home now.
Oh, that sucks.
And there's like 3 of them that are dead underneath there.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. So, and then,
Talk me out of getting solar panels.
well, if you get solar panels, just when they install it, tell them I want it sealed off around the edges.
I want it flush.
Well, no, they won't flush it, but they put up like a wire barrier
Oh, okay.
all around. But in mine, they put up the panels, but there's pipes coming through the roof in the middle of my solar panels.
Oh.
So there's like a track.
Well, like your oven vents and stuff.
Whatever.
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
2 of
about,
them, and so when I finally called the company to go put up, fencing around this stuff, they couldn't get to it. So the birds were still able to go in there. So then I built like bird trap stuff, like pins and stuff like that I slid down the solar panels, wedged it into the hole, and all this kind of stuff. But it's not a perfect fit, so there's still a gap enough that they're still able to. I'm like, oh.
Couldn't you just like litter the area with just like poison?
Yeah, that'd be great with all the kids that play in your yard. It's like, what is this? This is a piece of candy.
I don't know. I've never had this problem. I'm trying to think about.
Call a guy. So
I was gonna call them to clean out my stuff once I got to that point. But,
yeah. No, I tried for a year or 2 to get rid of the woodpeckers.
So yeah, there's a
okay. I
thing
see what it is.
that I can't reach, so I can't just like cover it.
Yeah, because you can't walk on those, can you?
Well, you're supposed to be able to, but I don't want to die.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That's
like a slip and slide. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't tried, and I don't want to break it. And so,
Well, because then you'd have to cop to how it broke.
Yeah.
You can't call for service and we're like, so what happened? Well, I was walking on it.
But
and it broke.
So yeah, it's I basically would slide stuff down the solar panel until I got it sideways, and then I pushed it over and in. But I think there might be a tiny little gap up here on this one. But there's like metal spikes just sticking up out of it, and I'm like, how the hell are you guys flying and landing in here and going inside?
I don't know. Well, I've never had these.
Fucking pigeons won't die. There's 4 of them that are like trapped in there.
And you said they're dead?
Well, there's 3 that are like dead. You can just see their dead carcasses that are rolled up in. So when I finally get it to there where they clean out my gutter, I'm gonna be like, okay, unscrew the panel things, flush, clean out all the crap,
get all the dead birds out.
Get out everything out, and then clean it out. That'll probably be like, I don't know how much they're gonna charge me to do it.
I have no idea.
But I almost died when I tried cleaning it myself. So
I'm saying, man, like the only thing I can think of is just like spraying the whole thing with like carbon choke cleaner, because they can't like that.
I mean, it's huge.
Yeah,
it's so huge. It's like the entire roof is one big home, man. So I can't even scare them out to fly out before I see them.
Just walk.
Yeah, they just walk the other side. God,
giving you a finger,
yeah.
Fuck you. Oh, okay.
I can go up there and bang around, and I've tried it, and they're just like, oh, over here now. So
you have
stop hitting your house. Stop hitting your own house.
You have actual squatters.
I have squatters, and they are annoying. Because in the morning they make so much noise.
The only other thing I can think of is, like, would cats be able to straighten them up there?
What? Just grab a couple of cats and throw them up on the roof. You live on the roof.
Yeah, you want to borrow mine?
Or I just unscrew one of the hatches and be like, all right, you live underneath. All the birds that come in are your food. The rest of them.
I don't know, man.
Dude, get a guy. So, seriously. So, guys who trap raccoons, they do shit like this all the time. So, the guy that came over to my house, like, I fought with those motherfuckers for like 3 or 4 years. They'd come back every spring. Finally, I gave up. I called the guy. He took one look at my little twisty things that were supposed to reflect them away, and he said, "Get those all down right now." So you wasted money. So, and then he got the woodpeckers out, and then he put the schmutz up there, and he says, like, that'll keep them away for a couple of years. So, and I was like, what is it? He was like, it's like this owl stink. So they know that there's a predator here. So, and they've never come back. So, now, unless you have like a jar full of owl stink somewhere.
Who doesn't keep that in the
Exactly, yeah, it's right next to the peanut butter.
The label looks exactly the same.
It's the most disgusting sandwich.
Right, yeah. Actually, it probably tastes like, I don't remember what used to be in those owl pellets, but it wasn't good.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Rat bones and
That was cool.
That was fun.
they're so scary.
Dude, I got a big motherfucker that lives in my neighborhood. So they've got a huge tree in our backyard, and I seen this guy out there. I've been grilling a couple times already this year. He just hangs out up there looking over that field behind my house. So
It's probably the one that hangs out at the school too.
I don't know how big their territory is, but you're probably right. So
I think he owns it all because
right now he owns the state.
well, at least that general area, because even in that area, like where me and the dog see that wingspan, we're like,
He's big.
hey, no, it's fine.
I killed one with a truck once.
You told me that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they were big. He was very, very big. He was also very dead.
My understanding is they look pathetic without their feathers.
I don't know. I've never seen one of them. I didn't peel him out the front of the Suburban and start picking his feathers off. I should have grabbed one or two of them. So,
I bet they were pretty cool feathers.
It was dark, and I didn't know he was entirely dead at that time. So the last thing I was going to do is pull a piece of him off because they do have these big fucking claws.
They do.
So yeah.
So instead, what? You just got like a shovel and you're like,
Well, he was on the ground.
okay.
So he bang and then fell. So
right.
yeah, then he was like.
So again, you got the shovel and had to.
I backed up the truck and drove right around to the left. Yeah. So.
God damn, man! At least the mouse I caught, I put it out of its misery.
No, he was dead.
Oh,
He was very dead.
well, you said he was.
Yeah, he's just spasming like that from dead. Yeah.
Doesn't make him dead. He will be dead, but
No, his whole front was crushed in. He was dead. So yeah, but I mean, it might have just been the wind. I don't know, but his like feathers were twitching. So
This is his soul leaving.
right, yeah. That's okay. The coyotes ate him within half an hour. I
okay.
guarantee you.
Well,
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I
So,
guarantee you, because they were fucking everywhere up there.
Coyotes or owls?
Both.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Nuggies win?
Nuggies play tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
They've been alternating Avs Nuggets. Avs,
Oh,
Nuggets,
that's right.
Avs,
That's why
Nuggets.
we didn't get together last night. That's
Yeah.
right. So Nuggies tomorrow.
And then Avs
So
the next
where are they
day.
at in the series?
Nuggies are up 3-2.
So they get stitched up tomorrow night.
They could.
Are they in Denver?
No.
Okay. My understanding is that's a good thing right now.
For those first two, yeah, that was bad. But
Okay.
now I don't think it matters. The Nuggets
Okay.
are on fire.
All right. So go Avs, go Nuggies.
Yep, everything's still alive
All right.
for two parades.
Sounds good. I think that's a good place.
Yeah.
That'll work.
All right. I'm Pat.
I'm Will.
Jeffrey.
I'll hit the putt.
William, I'm sorry.